everywhere and I can't seem to find Molly.
Hey there, folks. Welcome to episode 14 of PigCake Plus News. It's 14 episodes down, only 85 to go till we reach that 100 episode benchmark. I don't know why I keep mentioning that as some sort of milestone. I don't think it's gonna matter anyways, but it's just motivation, you know, motivation to keep on giving you guys the news. So that first song, if you guys would have cleverly paid attention, is in regards to Molly. Molly, of course, being the street name for MDMA, because it turns out the scientists give ecstasy to octopi, and were astounded at what they saw. Of course, this is a headline directly out of the Huffington Post. In a very technical and jargony explanation of what happened to the octopuses, it turns out they freaked out and did all these color changes when they were given ecstasy. That is actually a direct quote from Gul Dolan, a neuroscientist from the University of Baltimore. Apparently, when the octopuses were sober, they approached the other octopuses cautiously, whereas when they had MDMA or Molly in their system, they were playful and hugging. That shit is designed to make you feel good. So what are we proving here? That's something that is chemically designed to make you feel good, makes you feel good. You know what I want to see? A fucking sloth on MDMA. Sloths are crazy happy all the time. Could you imagine one on drugs? That would make me happy to see them so happy. You know what I wouldn't want to see on MDMA? Cats. Fuck cats. Cats don't deserve to be happy at all. All cats can go fuck themselves. You know they only love you because you're feeding them, right? If someone else feeds your cat, that cat technically belongs to them now. They have no fucking loyalty, and cat people are always the worst. They have cat sweaters. Ew. I'm a puppy person. Puppy person all the way. I think puppies are loyal. I think puppies are adorable. And you know what? I don't mind puppy people. Even though I do mind some of the females that consider puppies like their kids. That's just fucking cringe. Well, talking about animals, it turns out that a fishmonger wants to calm lobsters down with pot before the pot. You see the clever title. That has to win some sort of award for best title, right? So it turns out that in an attempt to be more humane, Charlotte's legendary lobster pound blew some smoke in a tank with a lobster in it. Tell me this isn't the most stoner shit you've ever heard in your entire life. So the owner of this legendary lobster pound thought, hey, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna blow some smoke on this lobster, some of that ganj, and see what this does. And it turns out lobsters were calmer. So apparently she plans to use this method to calm down the lobsters at the customer's request. And apparently this warrants a further study from the University of New Hampshire. What? This got real? I personally can't point at the lobster that I want to eat. Whenever I've eaten lobster, I don't even want that choice on me. My grandmother completely ruined it for me. One time we were eating lobster, and then she thanked the lobster for giving his life to feed us. I couldn't handle that shit. From then on, it was over. I can't do that. All I want to know is that what I ordered is on my plate. That's it. I don't want to think about where it came from. I don't want to be the one that points to the specific lobster that is then going to go inside of my belly. I don't need that. That's a lot of responsibility that I don't want on me. So anyways, there might be a study that comes out based on this particular idea, blowing smoke, blowing some of that weed smoke on the lobsters and see how they react. What have we come to as a country? We're blowing smoke on lobsters. Jesus, you think 2,000 years from now, we're going to look back on moments like this and wonder, what the fuck were we thinking? Or it's a milestone. It's a milestone in our advancement. Maybe 2,000 years from now, we're just as fucked up as we are now. And we're looking back on this particular moment and marvel. So the Delaware DMV installed safety selfie zones at 4 locations to allow newly licensed drivers to share the news and not their personal details. What? How is this a thing? You're supposed to get a license. It's like celebrating graduating high school. It's just a thing you're supposed to do, because if not, no one hires you unless you rap or whatever. So now Delaware made special zones that people can take pictures to show that they got their license. Last year, they gave out 36,500 licenses to minors and adults. That's too many fucking licenses. If it was up to me and I was president, I would make it hard as fuck to get your license. Do you remember taking your test? Everyone hypes you up and you think that it's going to be the most difficult challenge of your life. Then you go to the place and the dude doesn't even give a fuck. The only thing that could prevent you from getting a license is if you hit a cone or you hit a person. That's it. That's all the knowledge you need to pass the test and get that shit. It doesn't make sense to me that they gave out 36,500 licenses. This is precisely why I have to avoid death via old lady merging, and not because she's not looking, but because she physically can't look. Her eyes are no longer functioning, but she's still on the road. And the worst part is that these are the same people that preach that it's some sort of accomplishment that they can still drive. You are a liability on the road, Gretchen. They are the ones that cause accidents without actually even being in the accident. If it was up to me, I would have a mandatory test every 2 years. That's it. Everyone would have to take a test every 2 years if you want to keep your license. At first, people are going to dislike it and complain, but then when there are only good drivers on the streets, you'll be thanking me and my approval rate would shoot up higher than the lobsters from the other story. So here's a great story relating to the men, the patriarchy. It seems that men are using the iPhone's new Measure app for penis pics. According to a report by the New York Post, Apple released an update on Monday that features a new Measure app that allows the user to digitally use the phone as a ruler using the camera. Now it seems like people are using this feature to measure out their dicks. Now I can't say that I wouldn't use it for this purpose. However, I don't have an iPhone. Therefore, I can't just screenshot the length of my dick and share that to the females and say, look what I'm packing. I'm sure that feature is going to come to Android eventually. I can't see how that's accurate though. And I could totally see dudes taking advantage of that to make their dick seem bigger somehow through the whatever digital algorithm they use to measure it out. Me personally, I always start measuring from the crack of my ass. So my dick's always at least a foot. Also, penis pics are always fucking retarded. The amount of work that you have to do to send one properly is staggering. You never want to send a picture of your flaccid cock, and you always have to send it with the mentality that she's going to show her friends. And you can't take the chance that she is going to show her friends your unerect dick or your dick in a bad light. So you have to send it in a sort of way where her friends are going to be like, damn, that's a good dick. Snapchat is one that I never understood, because the idea was that you are going to send a picture that disappears after a couple seconds. But that doesn't stop someone from screenshotting or taking pics with another phone. How are you going to prevent that, huh? Figure that shit out, Snapchat. Anyways, if you have any luck using this app, please leave it in the comments below. Random fact. Here's a new segment I want to introduce to this show. Random fact. Fireworks are made to burst at different heights. This depends on the size of the shell and how the fireworks are packed. 3 to 4 inch shells travel about 300 to 400 feet. 10 to 12 inch shells travel 1,000 to 1,300 feet. That's your random fact of the day. So in this week's Nope, Never Going There, Never Fucking Going There segment, we have a story about a town that is apparently draped in thousands of spider webs, each crawling with hordes of spiders. Apparently somewhere in Greece, among the gold chains and wife beaters, there exists a town where scores of spider webs are home to potentially thousands of spiders. And it seems to be that it's just one kind of spider, the Pteragnatha genus, which is a small spider less than an inch in freedom units. And nope. There are 3 spiders outside my house right now, and the only way that I'll go to the trash can to throw away the refuse that I have piling up here is if somebody comes in with a flamethrower on that shit. They also mention in the article that the spiders are multiplying and there doesn't seem to be an end to their reproduction. How shitty would it be if the downfall of mankind can be traced to these dumbass spiders in Greece? These greasy ass spiders. Well, apparently the spiders aren't dangerous to humans, but according to the University of PigCake, that doesn't fucking matter. And for our final story, it's on the #1 YouTuber on the platform, PewdiePie. PewdiePie. So PewdiePie is about to be dethroned as YouTube's biggest channel. Now, even though technically there are already channels with more subscribers like YouTube Movies and Music or whatever, the channel T-Series is going to overtake PewdiePie in most subscribers. They're receiving 150,000 subs daily. Hey man, how about you send some my way? I got the other channel with 40K and it's taken 2 years for that shit. Send some love over there. So apparently T-Series is a Bollywood production company based in India, obviously helping that India's population is 1.3 billion people. Will PewdiePie survive this onslaught? Only time will tell, as Social Blade projects T-Series to have more subscribers than PewdiePie in less than 6 months. Personally, I'm more interested in seeing the PewdiePie memes that the community comes out with. They seem to always come up with innovative ways to fight against the T-Series army. That's it for the news. I hope you guys enjoyed that. I hope you guys take this in your pocket and use it for the rest of the day. I'm going to go figure out different ways to use a Comcast mini receiver as a way to control my neighbors.
When I see you again, 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 when I see you again.